All right, guys and girls, my competitors, uh, wanted to go over the week's flow. Um, obviously, added on some lifts to the competitive group compared to the development group. So we're going to start off on Monday with a power clean, every minute on a minute for 12 minutes. We're looking at about 80%, so it's going to be pretty. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be pretty challenging, but we're not looking for you to go crazy with any one rep maxes. So 12 reps every minute on a minute. I know sometimes you're standing around a little bit. You're like, yeah, I need to go, I need to go. But we want you to kind of get that, 50-second rest, whatever it comes out to be. Power clean, obviously, hip crease is above the knees. So I'm looking for a true power clean. So if you're starting to squat down, obviously you went way too heavy, and at 80% you shouldn't be doing that. Strength, 4 by 10 every 3 minutes. Go 5 to 10 pounds heavier than the last time you guys did the. I think it was 4 by 12 or whatever it was. I can scroll, but I don't feel like it. So anyway, 4 by 10 should be across every 3 minutes. We're looking. This is more reps, so that's for hypertrophy. Then the conditioning. Obviously, you guys are going to be going at the RX Plus if possible, or you can modify if you want to go, guys. If instead of 315 you want to do 275, there's nothing wrong with that. I got to emphasize because I got that question a week or two ago. Was I didn't know we can scale. Of course you can scale. You can scale on anything. Odd is 5 deadlifts, even 5 burpees plus 5 vertical swings. Um, Efficiency is the main purpose for an EMOM. You guys shouldn't really be crushed, be gassed, be barely making it on the minute. You should be focusing more on your technique. Your gymnastics movement of this day would be some ring muscle ups, like every minute on a minute for 8 minutes. Everybody's different, man. You're banging out like 1, 2, 3, 5 reps, whatever it is. You got to keep working on these movements. You got to keep the grease the groove, whatever you want to call it. Because if you stop doing these movements when they come up in the open, or if you guys decide to do a competition, you're not going to be very, very good at them. You're not going to be efficient at them. Tuesday, we're going into anytime we start doing like the strength, and we're looking at doing a heavier movement every 3 minutes. You'll notice I'll throw the lift behind that because I don't want to. I'm not looking to pre-exhaust you before you get these 5 by 3 at 85%. So that's why I'm throwing in a lift afterwards, and then sometimes we'll do a complex. So right on this, we're looking at a push jerk and then recover and then into a split jerk every minute on a minute for 8 minutes and around 60%. So I'm looking for speed more than load on this particular lift. Conditioning is the open workout, 10 minutes, 15 power snatch, 30 double unders. You guys should be smoking that. Keep track of your times, guys and girls, because obviously you want to see what you did last time when you did it. It is a benchmark workout. Gymnastics movement. I know this is John Eric's favorite. Strict deficit handstand push-ups. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. If you want to just use some weights, 45-pound weights, 2 45-pound weights. You want to use the parallel bars, whatever you got to do. We're going to do it every 2 minutes. This should be let's see, five by every 2 minutes. So you're doing 5 sets every 2 minutes, 1 to 3 reps. Strict deficit. Everybody's different. Some of you may. I know Brian is pretty good at these. He's got a low, really, his body weight's pretty low. So, that might be easier for you than say Justin, who's more of a weight mover than the gymnastics guy. That's not a slam, by the way. Recovery, I always look, honestly, guys, get on that true form runner once in a while. Don't be afraid of it. It's actually really good to keep your feet strength good, and your body prepared to run. We don't do enough of it. If you have a true form runner in your location, then go ahead and use it. Or if you're banged up, bike, row, run, whatever. Run on the pavement if you want. We're just looking to flush out your system. Wednesday, this is going to be a fun one. 45 minutes. It's not that bad, actually. You know what? It's a lot worse if you were just doing the barbell complex for 45 minutes, and that's what the um, pain storm is. It's basically 45 minutes of just that barbell complex. So you're going to actually want to get on that assault bike and take a breather in between this movement. Go as heavy as you can to where it's unbroken. You don't want to be breaking that up. Thursday, movement of the day for the lift is snatch from the hip. So, high hang, snatch from the hip. This should be very difficult. You're not going to be hitting the crazy numbers. Yeah, your torso should be somewhat vertical, maybe a little bit forward, because I don't want you to come down the mid thigh. I don't want you to come to pockets. I want you to be at the hip. So this is going to be eye-opening for some of you because it's all hips, no legs, and not a lot of hips. So that's your lift of the day. Take about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. Try to find a heavy rep. See if you're feeling good. You want to go for a 1 rep max. You want to try to hit something heavy. That's good. If you're not feeling it, just go till you feel, like, hey, man, it's good for today. Everybody's different. Everybody feels like they might be peaking at certain times. Just go by how your body feels. Strength movement, 8x3, 60%. Guys, on this back squat, man, high bar is what you should be really focusing on because this is going to help you with your Olympic lifts. Trying to keep that torso as vertical as possible. 8x3 reps on the minute, every minute on the minute for, 8 minutes, 3 reps. Tigger squats, I call them. So you're bouncing, man. You're bouncing in a hole, keeping your knees, basically splaying your knees out over your toes. Knees are going to come forward a little bit on the high bar compared to a low bar where you're really pushing back and hitting more posterior than quads. So focus on your Olympic style lifting for this particular set 8x3. Conditioning 21, 15, 9. This should be short, quick. Burpee, box over jumps, box jump overs, and then burpees. You want to completely jump over that box, feel free. You want to skip off of it, that's fine too. Gymnastics movement, I'm looking for a weighted pistol. Take a kettlebell or take a dumbbell, take whatever you want, and hold it in the front rack or hold it in front of you and try to hit some weighted pistols. I'm not looking for overhead weighted pistols. I'm just looking for weighted pistols in the rack position. Look for a 3-rep max. Take like 10, 15 minutes, play around with it. You got to try to, if you're having trouble with pistols still, I know some of you are, just do regular pistols, man. Do one-legged squats if you have to. And that's what I would be doing. Recovery, same thing, 10-minute Z1 cardio. That's basically holding it at a conversational pace. You're not looking to smoke yourself. You're just looking to flush out your system. We're hitting Friday. We're going for the clean and jerk, 15 minutes to find a 1-rep max. Go by how you feel. Hey, look, man, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If you're going to hit a PR, go for it. You want to take more time? You want to take 30, 40 minutes? I don't really care. Bench press, we're going for rep work. That's for hypertrophy. 4x10 every 3 minutes. Go a little bit heavier than the last time. This is kind of a cool little workout. 5 cycles on a 2-minute clock. You're going to run. Obviously that's a solid pace on that run. 150 meters, 75 meters and back. You guys are going to be hitting 8 chest-to-bar pull-ups, obviously. Or I'm really looking for you guys to do these unbroken. So if you're not hitting them unbroken, just go with 10 regular pull-ups. And then whatever time's left on that 2-minute clock, you're going to hammer out ground overhead. 185, 135 is the top. If you want to modify that down to 155, I'm fine with that. But I'm not really looking for you to be hitting a rep and staring at the bar for like 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. That's kind of like not going to work. So don't be afraid, man, to hit like 135, 95 because trust me, that'll be a better workout if your ground to overhead isn't that good. Like I know Justin's going to probably hammer 185 like it's a PVC pipe for the rest of us. So, but again, man, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. So, be smart. Don't train for your ego. We've said that before. I'm hoping these videos will help a little bit more, get the point across. Gymnastics, guys, do something cool, like play around with a barbell Turkish get up. And you know what, man? Listen, if you want to play around that, like before you do the conditioning, I don't care. You know, it's kind of neat to try to be able to do a Turkish get up with a barbell, because now you got to actually, grip the bar, at the center where your grip strength's going to make a difference, balancing, et cetera, et cetera. Don't get hurt. Um, what I suggest is if you find your grip, then take a piece of chalk and mark it so you know where the center of that barbell is. Just a little tip. Homework, I don't know where to put this stuff. There's just so much that you guys can be doing to work on your glute strength. I've been talking to Glenn Penlay, and he's got this whole conjugate program that I'm actually helping him design, because he does this whole, he calls it the weightlifting WOD. So you'll see a lot of these workouts ending up on his programming for people that are looking to do weightlifting and CrossFit. So one thing I did take away from Glenn over the years, and Lou Simmons, who they actually are working together now, is glutes. If you have a strong posterior chain and back, life is going to be so much easier for you. I remember going and spending some time at Westside. I'm not going to bore you with a long story, but Lou Simmons looked at me and says, you have this disease we call no-acetol. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I realized he's saying I need to work on my glute strength, because that's only going to help your squats, help your pulls, help everything. So glute ham raises, 4x10. And keep in mind, guys, you need to know how to do these movements. I've posted YouTube videos. Back extensions, most people aren't doing them right. Arch back, good mornings are awesome. Chest supported rows, you can either do them with dumbbells, you can do it with a barbell by elevating a flat bench, and they're really great for thick back, making your back really thick and strong. Sled pulls, both reverse and forward, glute ham sit-ups. Always love glute ham sit-ups. Rich Froning supposedly does like 50 to 100 reps every stinking day. Side bends are great for Olympic lifters. Take a dumbbell just in one hand on a right hand and do like 10 side bends, then switch to the left hand, do 10. So, throwing out these accessory movements, you got to fit them in however it works for you. Same with the gymnastics and and even the lifts. If you go out of order, that's fine. It really depends on what you're looking to achieve. So there you have it. Guys and girls, I hope you guys start really posting your progress. I really like to see you guys start getting better. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. This training cycle will definitely get your squat, deadlift up, which in my opinion will really help your Olympic lifts and overall fitness. So have a good training week, and Saturdays I'm kind of leaving open. I actually made mention if you guys want to start coming in as a group and maybe doing some Olympic training sessions, I'm all for it. I'll squeeze it in if I can. Let me know if you're interested, and have a great day, guys.